There is disappointment because I think there was a general feeling that there would be some type of agreement. That being said, what's also clear is that both sides had agreement on a small deal, Yongbyon facility for some partial lifting of sanctions. Whoever decided to try and go big will never know. But I think what is the important thing to remember is that there was agreement on at least one small deal, and that's the hope if there's going to be any future.
But what do you make of what's happening with the two sides right now? They're pointing fingers at each other, and we don't have much clarity on what really happened in those talks, especially on the denuclearization issue, and whether or not North Korea offered actually shutting down one of their key nuclear facilities.
Yeah, I mean, I think none of us will really know what went on. I think the most important thing to take away is that both sides have left the door open to further discussions. And in many ways, I think what we're seeing and what we always knew was going to happen is that this is a long process and that any summit or negotiation at this stage is the beginning. So it is disappointed that nothing came out of it. But I don't think there should have been expectations that a huge success was going to move forward anyway. It's always going to be a first step of a long process.
David, certainly, it certainly seems to me that Washington is coming to this realization that it wasn't going to be an easy process for North Koreans to give up its nuclear weapons program. Didn't we get that clarity that North Korea is not really willing to completely denuclearize?
Yeah, it's easy to hold out complete denuclearization as a goal. But realistically, that was never going to happen. And I think a lot of the establishment or the policymakers in DC understood that full denuclearization might be good to talk about, but even some partial moves towards walking back from where North Korea is can make everybody safer. And so the goal was in some ways to try and manage or control the nuclear weapons at first, and then try and move back as far as possible. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think anyone really thought North Korea would completely denuclearize.
Are you worried that there is really no details regarding their future engagement? They just walked away from the deal, and Trump, well, has left Hanoi, and there isn't really much of detail about when they're going to meet, how the future maneuvers will look like.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't a whole lot of detail. And yet, what Trump did say was, we're going to go back, and Pompeo said, we're getting back to the table, we're going to continue this process. It could have been storming out, return to threats and name calling. I mean, we know that our president is quite willing to call out events or people that he doesn't like. And that hasn't happened at all. He's been sort of remarkably kind towards the North Korean leader. So I think the door is still open. And the same thing on the North Korean side. They also are quite good at calling people names, and they haven't gone back there yet either. The other thing to remember is that in many ways, I think time is on the side of the United States. This process is long. We don't have to solve it right away. And so being able to be measured and not rushing things in many ways is not a bad idea.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.